relax, and enjoy another resin crafting with Chris Collected. Today, I'm going to do this huge thing. It basically is a display stand meant to, put any kind of sunglasses on or any kind of little thing. I'm going to put it in the background and then fill it up throughout the year. Today, I'll be using my standard 10 ounces of resin, 5 in the right and 5 in the left. Now that I have the resin in their containers, I'm going to mix them up with this dual head resin mixer and then put them into a machine that takes all those little bubbles out. I moved to this camera angle today. I kind of liked it, but I think I'm going to move it back to where it was. I think it's just too similar to the other camera angle. But it's the new year, so I want to try some new cameras, some new camera angles, and so bear with me as I try to make the best show I can. Alright, first up, I wanted to keep using all of my supplies, and so this is the pigment that I used last year, that sparkly green. And I figure I'm just going to load in a whole bunch in there. I like seeing it poof out. And then this one is a blue, but with a ton of sparkle in it. I mean, just look at this, an absolute ton of sparkle. But you're still going to have a lot of color, like a light blue to it. Really beautiful. And then, of course, I couldn't be left out with some dark sparkle here. I decided the light was going to be just too light, and I was like, I'm going to throw a little bit of dark sparkle in there, too. And then this one's a glitter that just matches the green. Now I take something that's very thin, that way I don't add a lot of bubbles in, and stir it all up. You can see all that sparkle in there, because both the powder and I added additional sparkle. I put so much in there, I really had to start slow. But it's to dissipate over time, and eventually, especially now that I sped it up, it's easy to do. You can see the camera's even struggling to be able to get all that sparkle. Let's take a closer look. So I can see two pretty similar colors, but at the same time, very distinct. Now it's resin pouring time with Chris Collected. First up, I'm going to do the light blue. And luckily, each one of these panels takes 5 ounces of resin. So I'll have one color for each side. As you can see, this is a nice, slow, and steady pour, as there are tons of little notches all around this thing. Now I'm going to top it up. Next, the dark green. was a little bit worried about this side because it looked like it was bigger, but in the end of the day, both sides ended up having enough resin. But I was worried for the beginning. I was like, oh no, is this gonna have enough resin? But it seems like the light blue side is probably about 4.2. This one's about 4.5, so it's just a little bit extra, not much. And there you go. Now I'm all filling it in. Last little close-up shot for everyone. I had a little bit left over, so I decided to make a balloon dog. A bit of a pain to demold, but I absolutely love it. And stick around for the next month or so. I'm going to be making some really cool things with this balloon dog. Because soon I'll start a series of making my own molds. And one of the first series is changing molds that already exist. So in about a week or two, I'll be making a new tray mold, but with a little balloon dog added into the mold. So it's going to have a permanent balloon dog into the tray. Make sure to subscribe and stick around for that. But don't worry, there's plenty of resin action coming all year long. Of course, anything left over, I decided just to throw into this mold. What it is for cheese knives. So this is the end of the knife, or also for wine stoppers. I got this kit actually like 2 years ago from my aunt, and I just never did anything with it last year because I was kind of like, I don't know, I'm not really a wine drinker or a cheese eater. So I was like, oh, I'm not really gonna make these things. But as I said, I wanted to use up my molds this year, so I decided to go ahead and use it. Now it's demolding time. Relaxing content for adults. Yeah, so first up, this one is not full. It will get added into the episode that's coming in pretty much sometime in the next month. That's going to be all the leftover pieces. But the balloon dog is done and had no bubbles. I was very, very happy about that. I do put a lot of rubbing alcohol in the beginning because there's a lot of little crevices to this one. All right, let's take a closer look. As you can see, I love the little dark bits as well. I think it adds like spots like a dog has, or because dogs are usually never really one color. So that's the guy I want to add a little bit of dark sparkle to. As you can see, they turned out really well. The demolding is a bit of a pain because there's so many notches to it, but that's okay. It's a fun little pseudo Christmas tree for the year. All right, now that I got it demolded, I'm gonna go ahead and assemble it. Honestly, it couldn't be easier to assemble. It basically is just snapping these little pieces together. I just had to realize that the bottom had to be done first. There I go. And now I realize that the middle two can then be connected. Looks good. I got to make sure that the bottom is fully in. There we go. Now it is level, steady, and can have stuff be put on it. So I went ahead and grabbed a piece that I made last year. This was like an extra little one that I made. It's like a Monstanta flower. And this is kind of the idea. I'm going to have it in the background and just kind of put stuff on it. I realized at this moment the dogs can also go on it. So I'm probably going to have one side just like full of these little balloon dogs. And then another side just full of little things. Whatever I make throughout the year. Alright, thank y'all so much for watching. My name is Chris Collected. Look at my awesome cute hair that I have that day. Thank y'all so much. Remember to trust in yourself, honor yourself and others, and create a world that is safer for everyone. See y'all next week.